I apologize if I'm giving y'all too many clips to click on. I'm gonna try to make them longer, but I think I'm about to be finished soon reading all this shit. Alright, it says the functions of centers and organic portals. I don't know why the hell I always be reading shit that ain't there. But anyway, because organic portals have no genuine higher centers, they are incapable of empathy, higher emotions, and higher knowledge. As previously mentioned, animals have only the motor center, lower emotional and sexual center. It says lacking the intellectual center. Yeah, it does seem like these cats in this neighborhood are pretty fucking stupid, but that's probably not all of them. Alright, without the educational and energetic presence of soul humans, organic portals would barely be any different. It says in their natural state, organic portals lack the lower intellectual centers just as most animals do. Only by stealing energy from soul humans can their lower intellectual center first be formed, and only by being trained, education, media, culture, and environment can this center be refined. Once endowed with intellectual center, they can make up for their lack of higher centers through death emulation, particularly by stealing and sampling higher energies of a soul person. It says the type of energy stolen depends on the method of acquisition. It says the physical proximity. An organic portal can siphon physical energy from motor center of a soul person, which manifests as fatigue or exhaustion, through intimidation, venting, or seduction. It says the lower emotional center is tapped. It says lies or fantasy and begging of attention. The lower intellectual sensory, the lower intellectual sensory center energy of a soul human is drained. It says through orgasms of a soul person doing sexual intercourse, an organic portal may take in a large quantity of one's energy. All optimally, what the fuck did I just say? Optimally, it says because they are underpowered, this indicates that interaction with an organic portal would temporarily decrease one's creativity, individuality, and originality. Since the lower centers are drained, intellectual performance can suffer as well. It says this mental muddying makes one less able to catch the logical fallacies organic portals use in their arguments and allows one's perception to be more easily twisted by them. It says the primary energies organic portals seeks come from the higher emotional centers of soul beings. Sometimes the higher centers are drained indirectly when energy normally reserved for those centers is instead channeled towards the three lower centers to make up for the drain condition. It says more directly, many organic portals will stage elaborate melodramas, pretend victim status, whining and begging to be pitied in order to steal energy from higher emotional centers of those who care to listen and make the mistakes of empathizing with something that doesn't have true feelings. With this energy, organic portals can emulate their target more accurately, giving the appearance of having a soul. Alright, simulation, manipulation of soul humans. Organic portals are human chameleons. It says, when activated to reel in a soul person for manipulation, they adjust themselves based on the soul profile and behavior of their target. This adjustment falls into two categories: intellectual calculation and soul emulation. Intellectual calculation is performed through the intellectual center. In organic portals, this artificial intelligence center is responsible for formulating organic portals' behavior approach towards the target. This includes what you say and what body language to use. Most organic portals are just background characters with seemingly independent personalities, but occasionally they may become activated when activated. They use their emulation and calculation abilities to the fullest to get what they want or assigned to get. If they seek to gain trust, they know just the right things to say when building rapport. They may describe their personal history, movie and music interests, hobbies, jobs, or places they have previously lived. Many of those details happen to coincide with their target to a degree, effective at building friendship, but not so much as to spark alarm over the weirdness of it all. On the other hand, if their aim is to harass or sabotage, they know what buttons to push and which logical and emotional tricks work best against a soul person's intellectual and emotional weakness. Yeah, these organic portals do know what buttons to push. I think, you know how I hate people calling me pet names like sweetheart and sweetie? That shit gets on my last fucking nerves. I just want to go inside that bitch's mouth with a pair of pliers and just rip that motherfucker's tongue out. I remember this bitch in the health trail calling me a fucking sweetie. I'm like, bitch, if only you knew. I call these women shitty cupcake bitches, pastry craving bitches. What the fuck, you got a sweet tooth? Anyway, it says whatever their aim, the efficient intellectual center of organic portals allows for a custom-fit approach towards manipulating a target. Because organic portals are capable of hive mind behavior, once one organic portal has read a person's profile, it can instantly be shared with all others. This makes for some strange synchronicities sometimes, as well being discussed shortly. They are also interfaced with a hyperdimensional hierarchy of negative beings, and thus extensions are not only second density group but also the matrix itself. It says their high behavior is due mostly to the interface with the matrix. Without it, their group soul might just cause for some hive-like behavior, except it would be less noticeable. Something akin to the monkey phenomenon. The 100th monkey phenomenon, my bad. I'm leaving shit out. It says soul emulation is a second asset. While intellectual calculation concerns mundane behavior, soul emulation involves the illusion of soul death by sampling the energy from a soul person's higher sensors. An organic portal can fine-tune its intellectual calculations in addition to projecting that energy back at the target, making the target perceive a reflection of his own image. It says the naive target will ascribe soul qualities to the organic portal that are actually his own. The ability to mirror is an organic portal's greatest asset. It is also their greatest weakness because it exposes them. Those who are observant and understood the organic portal phenomenon will recognize their mirroring as being too uncanny. It says damn, I can't pronounce that word. Anyway, to be good. Man, I'm gonna skip past all this shit. It says a soul person can have much in common with another soul person, but one must ask whether to a degree of how much they have in common is even possible, assuming both have free will. Higher levels of mirroring are seen only in cases of activated organic portals. However, the passive background characters of organic portals display the mirroring trait less often, but in an equally synchronistic manner. Alright, I think I'm gonna pause right here because I don't know how much time I got. I think I can only do like 10-minute clips. I'm gonna be back.